We're now going to start the hand fasting ritual. I'm going to try and negotiate this mic as well. We've got the cord here. This has been especially made by Vix. This cord to be in the colour, the elements of the 5 elements. Can you hold that just a second? Yeah, thank you. 4 elements. Thank you. Great to meet you. Till I live in East London. So Hill and Vix have chosen to incorporate the ancient Celtic ritual of hand fasting into their wedding ceremony today. Hand fasting is a declaration of intent where the couple clearly states they're marrying of their own free will. Hill and Vix, you've thought a great deal about why you are doing this. I understand that you see marriage not just as a public declaration, but also as a community contract. As you do this, you wish to realise the ideals that give meaning to this ceremony. Know that you are declaring your intent before your family and friends as witnesses. The promises made here today and the ties that are bound here greatly strengthen your union and will cross the years. Hill, do you seek to enter this state of marriage? That's a great sense of relief for me. Vix, do you seek to enter this state of marriage? Okay. Tension's building. Will any rows break out? Hill and Vix, please look into each other's eyes. Hill, will you share in Vix's laughter? Will you look for the brightness and positive in her? Vix, will you share in Hill's laughter? Will you look for the brightness and positive in him? And so the binding is made. Hill, will you share in Vix's dreams? Vix, will you share in Hill's dreams?
Sometimes I will.
And so the binding is made. Kind of. Hill, will you always remember Vix while never forgetting yourself? Vix, will you always remember Hill while never forgetting yourself? And so the binding is made. Hill, will you be open and honest with Vix, sharing her sadness as well as her joy, and support her in her darkest moments? Vix, will you be open and honest with Hill, sharing his sadness as well as his joy, and support him in his darkest moments? And so the binding is made. Hill and Vix, as your hands are now bound together, so your lives are joined in a union of love and trust. A bond of marriage is not formed by these cords, but rather by the vows that you have made. For always you hold in your own hands the fate of this union. Above you are the stars, and below you the earth. Like the stars, your love should be a constant source of light, and like the earth, a firm foundation from which to grow. May these hands be blessed this day. May they always hold each other. May they have the strength to hang on during the storms of stress and the dark of disillusionment. May they remain tender and gentle as they nurture each other in their wondrous love. May they build a relationship rich in caring. May these hands be healers, protectors, shelters, and guides for each other. And now we're coming close to the exchanging of rings. Of course, the ideal of marriage has never been about absolute perfection, but an expecting of an expectation of imperfection and human frailty. It is a couple saying to each other, I accept and I expect that sometimes you will make me angry, just as I will make you angry. And I expect and I accept that I will hurt you just as you will hurt me. But I know that our love, our affection and our friendship is stronger. And now for the exchanging of rings. And the person with those rings is Nissy, who's got them in a specially made container. So Nissy, would you like to come up? This is a big audience for such a small girl. Traditionally, the union of husband and wife is marked by the exchanging of rings. These rings are a symbol of love, freely given. They have no beginning and no end. Hill and Vix, as you place your rings on each other's fingers, marking your continuous adventures in life together, I'd like you to remember these words. Let your love be stronger than your anger. Learn the wisdom of compromise, for it is better to bend than to break. Look for the best in your beloved, rather than the worst. Confide in your partner. Ask for help when you need it. Remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship. Give your spouse the same courtesies and kindnesses you bestow upon your friends. Say, I love you every day. Hill and Vix, I remind you that marriage is a precious gift, a lifelong declaration of love, and a daily challenge to love each other more fully and more freely. With this understanding, do you, Hill, take Vix to be your beloved wife? And Vix, do you take Hill to be your beloved husband? And now invite Hill to give his ring to Vix. Teamwork. And Vix, you to give your ring to Hill. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. And may you live the days of your life in peace, love, and happiness. Hill and Vix have chosen to be joined in marriage and have declared their choice to each other in the presence of their family and friends. They have each given their promises and made their pledges by joining hands and by giving and receiving rings. Therefore, by the power vested in me by the bride and groom, not by the church, by the bride and groom, by the witnesses present, I now pronounce you partners for life. You may now seal these vows with a kiss. At this point, things get really interesting. At the beginning, I told you that you're all intimately connected in this ceremony, and I mean that. Today, Hill and Vix have given an exchange between themselves, and to reinforce that symbolically, we're going to give an exchange between ourselves. They're making a union of their lives, their worlds, and their futures, and as part of their world, part of their lives and their futures, union, we're also going to make a union of ourselves, and this is how it's going to work. The big swap entails all the men, when I say standing up and swapping sides and going to the other side of this circle and meeting some people you've never met before, sitting by them, okay? Then we're all going to sing a song together. Then the service will be over and you will all have to come and give these two people a hug. At that point, if you want to get carried away, you can. You can hug me as much as you like, but if you don't hug these two, then the service isn't over. And then we're all going to go and have a party. Does that sound like a plan? Yeah! Amazing. So when I say I want the guys to all make that exchange, no bumping into each other, no getting into fights. Okay, men, please now stand and make your exchange.
Come sit down. Squidge! Squidge! Oh!
Oh, Jim. Over there.
What's your name?
Frank.
Frank. Alex.
How do you know them?
I used to know them in Oxford.
So this is the right.
Well, I'm Uncle Frank.
Okay, cool.
Big something.
Oh, right, okay.
How are you?